Hello, my name is Helen. I'm going to take you through a full body workout that has quite a heavy glute focus, so your bum. You will need a resistance loop, in my opinion, when you're working the bum. You can go with a nice heavy band because it is a big muscle. I have actually not got the heaviest band because I couldn't find my black bands. But it's up to you. If you need lighter, you can always take it off as well. But yes, you do need a loop or something, please. We'll have that nearby. We're going to start with a warm up, go through the workout, finish with the cool down. Make sure you do the whole lot. You've scheduled that whole time. Work and listen to your body, see where you're at. And let's go. It's cold in here. Our boiler's broken. Come down to the floor, please. Shoulders and wrist, cat and cows. Arch your back and round your back. Just warm through the spine. So we always start really gently and hoping as we go through the warm-up, everything starts to be a little bit warmer, a little bit loose, so we start to gradually improve on our range of motion. And then push-ups on your knees. So you can just take your hands wider here, lean your weight forward into your hands and do box push-ups. So that's with the hips there over the knees. If you're a bit more used to push-ups, you can walk your hands further forward, bring your hips further forward and do modified push-ups on your knees. They don't need to be big ones just yet. We're just aiming to get used to get some weight in the arms. Make sure the abs are braced. And so I'd say don't go on the toes, even if you're able to do loads on your toes. Perfect. Push yourself back. Take your knees a bit wider. Reach your right arm up and then thread under the left armpit. Now switch sides. So we're taking the knees wider to try and keep the hips stable. And the rotation comes from your torso, or kind of from like the ribs and chest. So especially if we have got any kind of sitting or long-term standing jobs that we do day to day, it's really good to just move the spine before we move. Scoot your knees back in, hands wide than chest in box or modified. But the second round, we're aiming to get a little bit deeper into our push-ups. So maybe take a little bit longer. Maybe add a little pause at the bottom of the rep. You're trying to get it so your chest is in line with your elbows. Yes, perfect. Go to down dog. Spread your fingers, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up, and paddle out your feet. So pushing one heel towards one and then the other. I've just got my little tray here. Looks so untidy. So I'm gonna move that. That's better. Boom, 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 boom. My socks are sliding off. Yes, perfect. Come on up to standing. Squats with an alternating side lift. So you squat, hips back and down. Lift one leg to the side and slightly back. Squat again, other side. Squat wide. So your range at the moment doesn't need to be massive. You don't need to be sitting too deep. You're aiming for hips back and down and a long spine. And yeah, the leg, instead of going forward like this, or even straight to the side, just ever so slightly back to target the side of the bum. Good morning. Feet under your hips, fingertips on the temples. Push your butt back, stand up. So as your butt pushes back, your chest will tip forward. So the move comes from the hips moving back rather than the chest. So instead of this, is this. Your knees is slightly bent over the heels. And if you've seen Legally Blonde, when I think bend and snap, you should feel a stretch down the back of the legs. If you've not got that, then you've probably dropped your hips down a little bit. Squat again, lift your right leg to the side, hold it, pulse it for 3, 2, 1, repeat squat, right leg again, 3, 2, 1. So you're hopefully starting to feel some real warmth coming into the side of your bum, which is again, as I say, a big part of the target of today's workout. Push, push. Oh, I had to do that in time to the music. Good mornings again. Feet underneath your hips. Pull the elbows back, squeezing the shoulder blades. Push hips back, feel the stretch on the back of the legs. And stand up. Now your upper back Elbows out just here. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Open the chest. You're aiming for your back to be flat throughout this. So rather than thinking coming all the way down and folding, shoulders generally stay higher than hips. Perfect. We've got to even out the legs, squat. And the left leg out to the side, slightly back, pause. Little pulse, 3, 2, 1, repeat. Squat. To the side, 3, 2, 1, and down. So you're hoping now the legs are feeling warmer, I hope, that you can start to squat a little bit deeper. Your target range is butt in line with your knees. Whoosh, whoosh. I need to sneeze. And a little shake, little shake, little shake. Okay, hopefully you're warm. I feel like I can unzip one of my fleeces. I've got 2. And then you need your resistance loop, please. Please. We're going to pop it just above the knees, not on the knees. Some people find it more comfortable to be just below the knees. So it's up to you, but basically as close to the knees as you can without being on top of them. Take your feet wider than hips, and you want to just push your knees out on the band. So you're going to instantly, hopefully feel just a tiny bit of action happening in the sides here. And again, the heavier the band, the more you're going to feel it. We're just going to squat down and up. So while pushing the knees out on the band, so you're going to squat and stand and squat and stand. We're here 45 seconds. So the band's pulling your knees in, it's trying to make your knees do this. You've got to resist by permanently pressing them out. I always think it's like Bambi knees, like, and this like a little bit wobbly. Try and just continuously put pressure of your knees out of the band. Now, each time you stand up all the way. So your hips as low as you can, stand up all the way. And the squats, normally a mid squat like this, this foot position, you feel it in your thighs. By adding the band, you'll start to feel more in your bum. Nice. And we're going to pulse at the bottom. So you'll squat down, hold, then come up halfway, down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rise, and go again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rise up, repeat. So you're pushing the knees up permanently, and the lower you can go, the harder you're going to work. So if you need to be up here because you don't want to work as hard, perfect. If you're able to, really sit deep. Wherever you are, whatever level you're at, you're hoping it's starting to feel a burning sensation in bum and thighs. Perfect. Go up, go down, hold down, press the knees out, hold with 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, stand up. Again, we go down, holding, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, stand up, repeat. Oh, feel that burn, pushing it again. If you need to, you're a little bit higher, but everyone really try and press out the band like you're thinking of snapping the band in 2. The harder you press out the band, the more you're going to feel the side of your butt. And you can look at the timer if you like to count a genuine 5 seconds. I like Mississippi's because they pretty much last the 5 seconds. Oh, my jumper can come off after this, you know. And now we're going to hold it down. The knees are already wide, pulse them wider for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it wide, stand up, repeat. We go down, pressing wide, go wider. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it wide, stand up. So on these ones, it's not this one with a really big movement. We're trying to keep the knees wider than the hips the whole time. Same option, you can be a little bit higher if you need to, but really press out, and press out. How's the burn? Is it feeling pretty good? And my version of good is when it's really burning and on fire. Perfect. We're going to combine all of those. So 5 regular squats. You go 5 and 4. Don't rush. Keep pressing the band out. We're nearly at a break. One more, I think. I lost count. Hold it down at the bottom and we go 5, halfway up. 4, halfway up. 3, halfway up. 2, now can you go down and hold? 5, 4. If you need to stand up, do in between. 2, our 1. Can you pulse out from here? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up, repeat. 5, 4. So if you need to, rather than spending that whole time at the bottom in those final 5, 5, 5s, you can stand up between each one. So for example, you do your 5th, you come down and do 5 bottom pulses, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, etc. And then once you're doing your 1, you've got the option to stay down for more advanced or stand up, then go down and go for your 5-second pulse, hold, sorry. And then you've got the option to stay down, pulse your knees out, or stand up, go down and pulse your knees out. So it works your level. If that's your range and your intensity, how much burn can you tolerate? You want to go to the point where it is really, really uncomfortable, but you're not in pain, nothing's unbearable. You can breathe through it. It's like, this is really just challenging. And you can keep the band on if you like. You can take it off because it's not really going to impact us. It's finally happening. One fleece off. Good news. We're into the upper body. Now this one is just 2 exercises, and it's 1 minute of each. And that's it. We're doing tricep dips and push-ups. So I don't think I mentioned this at the start. I'll say it in the notes. You do need something like a sofa or a chair, a coffee table, which side, something like that, for your tricep dips. So you're going to sit and then try to sit with your thumbs, your hands underneath your shoulders, take your weight in your palms, and then you bend your elbows to lower your butt towards the floor, straighten the arms, bend and straighten. Let's go, 1 minute. Take your time. See if you can get your bum to tap the floor. That will depend on the height that you've got. Now, if this is a bit too much here, you just come sit down on the floor. Same thing, hands behind, shoulder width, so get them quite narrow. Lean back into your hands and bend your arms and straighten your arms. Bend your arms and straighten your arms. Still your triceps. It's just that you're taking some of the weight in your bum. Yeah, just switching sofas as you do. Now to really try and isolate our triceps, try and keep the elbows tucked in. So we tend to flare out and that will start to get more in our chest, but we want to save that for the push-ups. So really screw the hands in so they're close and trying to get shoulder width apart. Perfect, push-up position. Spread your fingers, hands wider than chest. You can be on knees, you can have your knees in or you can be on toes. Drop your chest between your elbows and push back up. Chest drops between elbows and push back up. So, first technique, if your hips are sagging or your hips are below the shoulders, regress to a lower option. Another option if you're in betweeny is using your hands on an incline, and that way you might be able to go on the toes, but it's a little bit higher, so a little bit easier. And I get asked a lot, what would you rather, try on my toes but not get the depth, or try on my knees and get the range? I would say start on the toes to get used to that practice, even if you've not got full range, and then halfway, which you're over halfway now, drop to the knees, and then start to get the second half where you get loads of range. That way, the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to improve on your range and your depth the more you practice it. So if you're able to do them at all, give them a while. Got another 5 seconds to go. Yes, perfect. Come on up. So if you took your band off, you do need it on again now. Or should have taken it, it's bunched. Once it's bunched, sometimes that's doomed. So you know the warm-up, we did the hip hinge. We're going to do that but single leg. So you'll balance on one leg, and it doesn't really matter which leg, so we'll do the other one after. Lift the foot off and then take the knee out to the side. Now we're going to try and keep the knees level with one another, and fingertips on temples, just going to hinge, pushing the bum back, and then standing up. Oh, lost my balance. So hinge, pushing the bum back, and standing up while constantly pressing your knee out. Are you ready? So find balance, open, then push your bum back, and stand. Now, if you're losing your balance loads, I'd say still stick it out for the first 30 seconds. It's really important to work on our balance. Second 30 seconds, which is halfway, is where you can tap your toe down instead, still press the knee out, and then go single leg like this. But everyone really pushing your knee out. And now you know what we did with the squats in that 5-5-5 variation, where we did 5 singles, and then we pulsed, and then we held, and then we pulsed. We're going to do that again here. So come with me, just do 5 more single reps. Go 5, stand up, 4, stand up, 3, standing, 2, I should be burning, 1, hold it down, then come up just part way, 5 and 4, keep pressing the knee out, 3 and 2 and 1, hold it, just hold the hinge, press the knee out, out for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, now pulse the knee, 5 and 4, it burns so much, 3 and 2 and 1, hold the knee out, stand up, repeat, 5, 4, range just a bit, 4, little break, just stand with your feet together, lift your heels and lower. So commonly people say which one's meant to work there. They are both working, but you're supporting it. The one that's balancing you should probably and will probably burn the most. This is just to give you a nice little butt break. Maybe even shake the butt out a little bit, because we've got to do it on the other side. The second side's going to be harder for 2 reasons. Like I said, it works both sides, so it's already fatigued. Second, I assume you picked your more dominant leg on the first one. So, but the good thing is you've done it once, so mentally you know you can do it another time. Shift your weight balance on the other leg. Fingertips to temples, open the knee wide, hinge, and stand. Oh, my balance is better on this side. Hinge. So we're not doing that sequence yet. Just, never mind about the balance. Hinge and stand. Just hinge and stand. If you absolutely, again, can't balance and you're losing it all the time, you're not managing to get 1 rep, you're about halfway now, just tap the toe gently down. But again, I always encourage trying, because you get better with practice. If your balance is a bit bad, it's never going to improve if you don't try and then do it. And the only way to improve is by falling over a few times. All right, ready for that sequence? 5 singles. So you go 5, standing up, 4, 3, 2, take your time, ready for the stretch. Now hold the next one down, just come up halfway, 5, moving the hips, 4, keeping the knee out, 3, and 2, and 1, hold it down, pulse the knee, just hold the knee out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now pulse the knee up, 5, 4, 3, 2, I lost my balance, 1, stand up, repeat, 5, that was it, oh yeah. Do message me if you didn't massively feel that in your bum, because it might be that you just need to send me a quick video, find out how you're doing it. It might be a little tweak. Band you can get rid of or not. It will eventually be coming down to our ankles. So for me, I'm going to keep it just above the ankles for now. Going back to our tries it is, please feel free to have water. This time it's a 1-1-2 timing. We're going to be going down for 1 count, pausing for 1 count, up slowly for 2 counts. Oh, my bum. And I got the lighter band than I normally do. Take weight in the palms, push your shoulders away from the ears, bend your elbows, drop down, pause for 1, rise up 2 and 1. And again, we go down, pause, rise really slow to the top, down and wait and slow to the top. So what this little pause does, it kills any momentum we might have. So it really makes us to generate some fresh strength. And it gives us more time where the muscle is under load. So we're gaining more and more strength just from adding these pauses and that slow timing. And that slow up, by the way, your arms might be shaking. My arms definitely have a little bit of a shake. That's fine. Little shake's fine. If you want a bit more belly, you can take your legs further away, but still keep your hips next to your sofa. So it keeps as much weight as you can in your arms. Perfect, same with push-ups. So knees or toes, shift your weight forward. We go down, pause, slow to the top. So this is one of those ones, if you're really trying to work towards push-ups on your toes, do the down on your toes. Put your knees down for the pause, slow to the top. Little reset, lifting the knees off again. Go down on the toes, pause with the knees down, slow to the top. Because it's really tough to push away from the ground, but it's easier to let our bodies drop with gravity. So that's where we can start getting half a rep on the toes, the other half on the knees. If you need to, your knees are down or your knees are in. But either way, we're trying to get that really steady timing, that really decent pause at the bottom of the rep. Yes, perfect. Come up to standing. Right. This next one, we're going to have the band around the ankles. If you're a bit like me and you're doing this in your living room, you're not going to have too much space. If you happen to have taken me outside and you've got loads of space, use it. Or say in a gym, you've got the space, use it. If not, you're going to be like me and you're going to be going around in some circles. So go some crab walks where the feet are going to be together and you just open the feet as wide as you can and then close, open and close. And then I want to keep going the same direction. So I'm going to just go around in circles. Cool? Same direction the whole time. I'm so thirsty. My water's outside. So slight soft knee, open wide and close, open wide and close. Go straight my bum and back towards you. Open wide, close. And again, if you can avoid going in circles, you can just go in one direction. Oh, I'm not on the camera. Hello. Then you just go in one direction. So you might just be able to just keep going a straight line out. Now this one, what's going to try and happen is it's going to try and pull your feet in like this or like this. So it's going to try, depending where your weakness is, if your heels will collapse in or your toes, try and keep them neutral, both pointing forwards. And then you'll start to find you a little bit smaller. So really try and step wide. I'm just going to check this from here. Now, step wide, hold it wide, small fast steps. You go out, 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 and out. So there's no release of the butt. It just burns and burns and burns and burns. Now again, check the feet. Leave with these. Oh my God. It's got a client soon. Check the feet. Haven't gone out or in. And then also check that you've not gone really narrow again. Try and honestly keep it as wide as possible. Out together, out together, out together, out together. Should be on fire. Side of arm, side leg maybe. Side of the ankles, all good. And out together, out together, out together, out together. Yeah. Perfect. Other side. Open and close. Open and close. We go the other direction. So you get that release again now. Open, close, open and close. I'll stay on the camera this time. The other thing to be mindful of, by the way, on your open and close, is we tend to obviously have to pick up this foot, but then some people start dragging this foot in like a zombie, especially on the fast crab walks. It seems to be like this little drag. So you want to make sure you always pick up your foot, because it's when you pick up and it's in the air that the band tries and close it, and you have to resist it. That's where you really get the challenge. Don't let the floor help you. Open and close, open and close. And I'm going to fast ones. Keep the feet wide, super wide, step, 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 step. See how I hardly travel at all? Because it's really, really tiny steps, millimeters at a time. But my feet are staying really wide, toes staying neutral, ass is on absolute fire. This is the last thing on the bum, by the way. This is the last thing on the bum. I've got one more round of tricep dips and push-ups. And then you're done. Up together, up together, up together. Keep their feet wide, don't drag. Feet wide, don't drag. And then if you want to have little crab arms, you can do that too. I can get rid of the band fully now. So good. I'm going to keep my phone near me because that's going to go off again in 5 minutes. 3 minutes. Tricep dips again. Final round. This time we're doing 1.5 rep. That means you go down, up halfway, down again to the top. So setting up. Take the weight in the palms, with the shoulder from the ears, elbows are in close. We go down all the way, up halfway, down to the bottom again, up to the top. All the way down, up a little, all the way down, up to the top. All the way down, up a little bit, all the way down, up to the top. And I was actually moving that quite statically, but see if you can move quite smooth. So lower down, smooth, smoother pathway, smooth down, smooth up. It's 2 types of moves. One's called more staggered, and I was trying to do it just so you could see the points. There's nothing wrong with staggered either, but if you can, stay really like that smooth, so you can really feel it's starting to like build, 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 burn, burn, burn. Whoa, whoa. Remember the option if you need to come sit on the floor instead. If it's getting a little bit too much, we're so close. And finally, I think, take my fleece off. Well done. Same thing with push-ups. Go all the way down to the bottom, up halfway, down again, up to the top. So we're going all the way down, halfway up, down again, up to the top, and again. If you're in between, you maybe lower on the toes and the knees down for the rest. So it'd be lowering our toes, knees down to come up halfway, down again, up all the way. If not, your knees are down the whole time. If not, your knees are in. You want to just really keep the weight further forward than you think. So the thing I see the most is hands out in front of the face, or sometimes even a little bit further back in the line of the shoulders. But to try and get them in line with the chest. Your shoulders are going to burn. They're really going to feel like they're taking a lot of the weight. And if they're burning, perfect. If they're not, got them out here. You've got 15 seconds, and then you're totally done. And you're on my knees. Down. Can you keep it smooth? Can you keep your abs braced? Can you push through the shaky arms? Oh, well done. You can stay kneeling, you can stand up, have a little shake off, and let's stretch. Stretch your triceps. We'll reach your arm up, bend it, pull on it till you feel the stretch down the back of the arms. Do we do it? Do we do it? Do we take my jumper off for the stretch? I'm doing it. Yeah. No. Oh, weird bra for it. I can tell I got dressed in the dark. There's it long. If you hear that go off again, I'm late. At the moment, I'm good. Switch arms. I don't know about anyone else, but I am always chronically late. So I've got alarms on my phone all over to really try and help me. So like my first one's a warning to be like, hey, whatever you do, you've got about 5 minutes. And then the next one's like, okay, now you've got this next one that's happening right now. Now you've got 5 minutes to prepare yourself to leave. Like put your trainers on, put your layers on, grab your stuff, grab the equipment, not carry on filming. And then the next one is like, it's go time, you need to leave. Stretch your chest, either hands on the lower back, roll back the shoulders, squeeze your elbows in, or you can lace the fingers behind. Some people feel better, just pull the elbows back and wide like this. Go with whatever feels, you get the best stretch right in here, across the chest. Bum, 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 bum. That's why it's even more stupid that I just took a layer off before going outside, where it's about 1 degree outside today. Please, stretch your quads. Hold on a second if you need to. Pick up one foot, pull the heel in towards the butt. If you can, you want to gradually work your knees towards one another and tuck your pelvis under. If it's too intense, maybe keep the knee out wider. I'm so thirsty. I'm so parched. How did you find that workout? I love that. I got saved with that red band actually because my ass was an absolute fire. Switch legs, even without a meaner band. It's one thing I should say, if you did it with a really strong band and it meant you could never ever even get your knees very wide or your legs very wide, then sometimes it's actually better to go a little bit lighter but then increase your range of motion so you can really get maximum tension on the bum. So like I said at the start, I always encourage to go with heavy bags, it's a big muscle, but at the same time, we do need to build up to it too. Let's stretch the bum, shall we? Cross your right ankle over the thigh, relax the knee, and push your hips back. Hold on to something if you need to. You can also do a variation on the floor. So you can do this lying down on your back, or swan or pigeon pose. Oh, don't lose your balance, Helen. Oh, switch legs. Sorry if I took anyone out. Oh, how's this cold? We got forced today into having like a smart heat reader. And then for some reason, when they turned up the boiler off on it, it's come with a fault. So now it's all off, and I don't look at it. Great. And just fold forward, stretch both your hamstrings, bend your knees, rest your body against your thighs, tuck your chin, feel the release in your back, and also down the backs of your legs from all those hinges you can hold on if you like, and have your elbows. Try not to bounce at the end of the workout. That's quite good at the start, but at the end, just hold still, let gravity take you. Perfect. Roll your way up. Have a little shake off. Always give yourself a round of applause, a pat on the back. Well done. And thank you for training with me. I really appreciate it. This is a weird bra to get, isn't it? If you've got any questions, or if you didn't feel something the right way and you want to send me a video, just let me get in touch. I'm happy to help out. I've got to go PT client. Got 1 minute to get ready now. But yes, thank you so much.